Hey guys, Respect Halo here, and I am here with another Death Battle prediction video. So, first off, spoilers. Skip like 15 seconds ahead. Johnny Cage lost and Captain Falcon won. Called that. Alright, so this one is Edward Elric versus Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Whew. This is a fight I dread and love all at the same time. These are two of my all-time favorite characters. Like, this is my favorite cartoon, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender, versus my favorite anime, which is FullMetal Alchemist. Brotherhood, not regular. So, this was very hard for me to think, like, oh man, who's gonna win? But I had to, like, after clearing my head, the victor is kind of clear. So, let me explain. So let's start with Aang. He was the first avatar that he took over after Roku and before Korra. Aang is an Airbender monk who has incredible agility and speed. And most of his fights, he prefers to avoid conflict and like let the enemy make a mistake or them wear out before fighting. He also is super fast. Like his running speed is like literally like you see in the cartoon. He runs at like I don't even know. I wouldn't say bullet speed fast, but like car speed fast. He can fly. He has control of all the elements: air, water, earth, and fire. This will be a big factor in the fight. But so because okay, so it's going to be either okay. So all right, getting ahead of myself. All right. In the Avatar series, there's the four basic elements, but then there's branches of them. So, for example, there's like metal bending, lava bending, sand bending, blood bending, and so forth. Now, I don't know if they will... See, Aang doesn't show any of these, but you could say since he has like all the avatars in him, he could do this. Although metal bending, we only see Toph do, so I don't think Aang can do this. That just depends on how Death Battle looks at it. Because if he can do this, it's going to be really broken. Alright, so Ed will be in trouble if he can metal bend. But they might not because we don't see Aang himself do this. Aang isn't much stronger or tougher than the average person. But when he's in an avatar state, that is another case. But we'll come back to that. So, Ed is obviously Edward Elric from FullMetal Alchemist. He is by far physically stronger and tougher than Aang. He can also use his automel to make it super strong by using the carbon hardening, which he learns from Greed. He's able to like punch through trees and take beatings from characters who can like casually take down buildings. So as far as physical strength goes and durability, Edward is way tougher and stronger than Aang. He's also fast, but I don't think he's as fast as Aang, like running speed. But I would say the reaction time is roughly the same. Ed can do all kinds of crazy stuff with his alchemy, such as like make guns, sword shields, walls, gold, and so forth. So some people might be like, oh wow, Aang can just, shoot water and air and fire, but Edward can make guns and all shields and all kinds of crazy stuff. You're like, oh, okay, so Edward's gonna win. That's not taken into consideration Avatar state. This gives him powers and knowledge of all the avatars before him, including like a huge just general power buff. Makes all his abilities much stronger. And in the Avatar state, he can do stupid, crazy things like make earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, fires that engulf cities, breaking islands apart, just all kinds of crazy stuff. And I feel like in base form, Ed would probably beat Aang in an actual fist fight, and with their base powers. But with the Avatar state, he just can't, I don't see him doing much. Like if Edward could get up close to Aang in Avatar state, he could actually get him, but Aang could just like fly like a million miles in the air and just like hurricane down on him, break the earth. Like, there's just so much. And see, if they do give him the powers of the other characters, like imagine an Aang that could blood bend and metal bend. Edward probably couldn't even move, because what part isn't human is metal. So Aang could literally just blood bend and then metal bend him apart. Now, with all that said, there's a few ways I can think that Aang just blitzes Edward. Like, we don't see Aang do this in the shows or manga, but I think that's because, like, it's too violent. See, Aang is a airbender. He can control air. What is to stop him, and he's also a waterbender, what is to stop him just from ripping all the air out of Ed's body? And just like making a vacuum, just suffocating him, killing him on the spot. Or ripping all the water out of his body. Like, even if he couldn't do that in base form, I'm pretty sure Aang in, Avatar state could easily do this. So, but who knows? Also, recently, like not too long ago, like today, the channel Flat Zone came out with a video with the same matchup in which Ed won. But Aang doesn't have the Avatar state in the video. Which Death Battle might try to flip this outcome and have Aang win. Because again, in this video, they do not show the Avatar state. So with that being said, I honestly see this going for Aang. Like, I just feel like don't get me wrong, I love Edward, and I want these characters both in a death battle so bad, but not against each other. Not against each other. These are like my two favorite characters of all time going up against each other, and I hate that. But with that said, I don't see a way Ed has a guaranteed win. I don't see how he's like, okay, this is how I'm going to beat Aang easy in the bag. And I can see several ways for Aang to do that to Ed. Yeah, so. But who knows? This is just my opinion. I've seen every episode of both of these series multiple times. I've read the manga for FullMetal Alchemist once, because I originally watched the FullMetal Alchemist, not Brotherhood, and I was like, this ending is horrible. Then I read the manga, and then I watched Brotherhood, and I was like, oh god, that's so much better. But Avatar, I even have like all the books on DVD and stuff. But man, it's gonna be a good fight either way. Like, I'm super, 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 super hyped for it. But it's just so depressing at the same time, because it's my two favorite characters fighting each other. Well, I don't know. I think Aang's gonna win. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I wouldn't really care if I'm wrong. I don't care who wins this. It'd be so nice if it like ended in a tie. That's only ever happened like twice. So it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, so tell me what y'all think in the comments. And remember to like and subscribe. Hit the bell. It all helps. And thanks for watching. Hope y'all have a great day.